Hi, I'm Miriam, and this is Chris, and we're from Keto Chow. Today, we just wanted to tell you why we make Keto Chow.
Yep. So we make Keto Chow. It's not a cash grab. It's not a money-making scheme. Keto is pretty hot right now. It's so hot.
It's so hot right now.
But we started Keto Chow back in 2015. The roots of it go back even further to 2014. And if you really want to get down to it, in 2009, our son was having epileptic seizures. At the time, we didn't know anything about keto. They had him on a series of different medications because with anticonvulsants, it's pretty much a throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. They were medicating him into a comatose state.
Yeah, he had so many reactions to so many anticonvulsant medicines. Every single medicine he would have a reaction to. He had rashes on his throat, hands, and feet. He had tingling feeling, and he couldn't speak. He was in a coma from the medicine for a while. Let's see, what else did he do?
It just wasn't fun.
Yeah, whatever it was awful. So I can name a whole bunch of medicines that he's allergic to. So he had to have, he was on 12 different medicines, and then the doctor said, hey, if this number 13 medicine that we're putting you on, if this doesn't work, we are going to recommend you do a ketogenic diet, because every other medicine is unsafe for a child of this age that we have. And that was the first time we'd heard about keto. They gave us a pamphlet. They said, well, he can eat chicken breasts and cashews and butter, like just random things. I didn't understand. The pamphlet was kind of confusing. And they said they would hospitalize him for 4 days and give him 4 eggnog shakes a day and get him into ketosis and monitor him really well. And they'd send us home with how to do it. And we actually didn't do it because guess what? That number 13 medicine worked and it stopped his seizures. And it was such a blessing. It was wonderful at the time that we didn't have to do this. But with what we know now, after what we've learned about keto, I just wish it was the first option for them to give us. They could say, hey, you could try this diet with your child, and then if that doesn't work, come back, we can monitor him, we can do this, and this, and see how it goes.
Yeah, and so like she said, we didn't actually do a ketogenic diet at the time. And I do get a little mama bear and kind of I frankly get really upset when I hear about, when I even think about the fact that the primary treatment for seizures wasn't changing diet and doing something that would not negatively impact our child's health. Instead, it was giving them these drugs that just they slow down the brain, is what it is. Quite frankly, I get really upset about it. But then fast forward a couple years later, and I'm doing a meal replacement shake for my own use to try and lose weight. And I had heard about this keto thing before, but I didn't really connect them together. And I just decided I was going to try this because I'd heard a lot of people had lost weight doing it. And I jumped right in, did not do my research very well. Unlike where they were going to admit our son and feed him a shake, I jumped in using a recipe that someone else had made for a meal replacement. Didn't know anything about keto flu, which is just not getting enough salt. And I got keto flu really bad, to the point where I was laying in bed, I was Googling keto and flu because I thought I had the flu. Turns out that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So I made some chicken broth, felt better almost immediately, and I decided I was going to make my own recipe for a meal replacement shake, mostly for my own use because as an engineer, I'm always trying to simplify things, to make things easier, just because if I can spend 3 hours to save myself an hour now, and an hour tomorrow
And
and
the
an
next
hour
day.
and an hour and an hour, and it just builds up, I will absolutely do that. That's how I work. But so I made myself this recipe, and it tasted really good because that's how I made it. Turns out other people like it too. So from there, it just kind of started into a company, but the goal was never for this to be
Money making.
yeah.
We're not trying to trick people.
And to that point, the original recipe for Keto Chow is up on our website. If you want to,
Make it yourself.
Yeah.
You're welcome to.
you can buy the stuff from some local stores. It's kind of specialized ingredients. Most of it you have to buy online. But we have a lot of people in very far off places of the globe that for whatever reason we can't ship Keto Chow to them. And so they'll make Keto Chow themselves, or they'll just make it because they want control over the recipe. But that's kind of one of the founding principles. We're here to help people be successful with their keto journey.
And Keto Chow is a tool that we provide.
Yep.
And it is helping us with our keto journey. We're still on our keto journey, and we will always be on our keto journey because
Yeah.
it's our lifestyle.
I messed up my metabolism with 37 years of junk. So I'm going to be doing this forever. So
We're so glad we got to talk to you today. If
Yep.
you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. We'd be happy to make a follow-up video.
Yep. And if there aren't any comments below, it's because you're not watching this on YouTube. So put your mouse over here or tap on the title, go to YouTube, ask us some questions.
Yep.
So,
We'd be happy to answer them for you.
yep,
And try out Keto Chow. And
Yep.
our website is ketochow.xyz.
sure is. Well, thanks for joining us.
And have a good day.